I guess it says that the button turned red, which means we're live. So, hi everybody. We're the it's Rand and Tom, and we're representing the Jack Kirby Museum tonight. We're featuring our the thing about it is that it's been 50 years since Jack Kirby's Fourth World debuted. We actually posted on our Jack Kirby Today Twitter program yesterday. Yesterday was or was it the day before? I think it was the day before.
Day before, yes.
Yeah, I'm losing track of time, but that was when the first Jimmy Olsen issue actually hit the newsstand. So we decided that we would celebrate 50 years of the Fourth World, and then the pandemic hit, and so we're at home. So we figured we'd figure out how to do live streams.
And it's been a journey for sure.
It has been. There's been all kinds, audio problems and
but I'm sure everybody out there is experiencing the same issues.
That's right. So we're doing our best to get better and better at it. It seems like it's working.
We'll find out tomorrow over the next 3 days when we do.
Yeah, that's right.
That's going to be fun.
That's going to be. We've got a big event coming up. We'll get to that in a sec. Let me just move on this presentation because it's canned and it's ready to go. So we did all these Fourth World Summer live stream events. We did an introductory episode called Episode 0, Episode 1 on the number ones. We spent some time with Mike Royer. Had some technical difficulties. The video, I fixed the video up. It's on YouTube. Check it out. Mike is great. Episode 2, we did 5 issues, 5 stories in one episode. Big mistake. Never going to do 5 again. No, 5 is too much. So, but it was fun nonetheless. But we were like really punchy by the end of it. Episode 3, we did Forever People and New Gods 3 at the end of July. Episode 4, Mr. Miracle 3, Jimmy Olsen 135, August 6th. Then we moved on to episode 5 with Happy Lind and Barda. Again, these are all available on YouTube. Check them out. We think they're educational and entertaining. That's all.
We hope
I'm not
they
going
are.
any further than that. Episode 6, DN Alien, Forearm Terror, Deep Six. Again, I will say, look at that angry fruit salad graphic design that I did. It's the 1970s. It's just like, wow. All right. Episode 7 in August 20th, Sunny Sumo, Murder Machine, and Spawn. Episode 8, our most recent episode, right? I think Glory Boat
on Sunday.
Yeah,
Glory Boat. Yep.
Yeah, Omega Effect. That was really fun. And now we're going to do this episode, but now is the time. We'll talk a little bit. We've got a 3-day pop-up virtual event. People stopping by every hour from 11 until 6 or 7.
Well, it depends on the day to 8.
Yeah.
Last day, Monday or tomorrow is 11 to 8 p.m.
Right.
Eastern time. And then same with Saturday, and then Sunday we were actually taking a break. I believe we're going to end at 7.
End a little early because it's Sunday. Yeah. So so it's great. We've got so many great people who have said, sure, I'll join you guys. Let's go. And we've got people in France. We've got people in Australia. People in Long Island. I mean, it's really going to be fun. So.
And it's all to celebrate Jack Kirby's 103rd birthday.
That's right.
If he was with us right now, he'd be 103.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
And we've got a hashtag, Kirby103. We're looking to get some action with fan art and cosplay. So we'd love to see, and more of any of the stuff that comes up with our events that we're going to be hosting. And we are, as far as we know, we're going out live right now to Periscope /Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And we welcome all your comments from all of those platforms. They do apparently come back we get to see them in a little window here. So
Right.
That's
It conjugates all those different sources into one.
Yeah, and that's right. Tomorrow is the big day, Comics Legend. That's right. So yeah, Rand's had a busy day today, and it's going to be busy when we finish up this.
More like a busy week.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. But, so here we are, episode 9. Jimmy, and Jimmy. I don't know what it's the best I could do. And it's like
Jimmy times 3.
Yeah, it's a peachy background with some strange, I think, with the spread from one of the issues. But all right, well, shall we get started?
We shall.
All right, so here we are. Don't be chickens. Read all about Doomsday. Come on, don't be afraid. Doomsday, read it. Everybody's in this one. It's a blast.
Are you
like a weird blob of something there by Superman's hand?
You're not presenting, actually.
Oh, damn it. I'm not present. Thanks, Tom. I guess I'll present. All right. Share screen.
See, technical issues.
No, that was not technical. That was Rand's brain. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that blob there in that scan, but we shall move on. It's a cool cover, inked by Neil Adams. It's got a Kirby collage in the back. I like it. Graphic, bold graphic.
I like the big boom.
Yeah.
It's a blast.
Oh, and look what we have.
The boom. Big boom.
We have a Kirby layout for the art that was prepared and drawn. There was a collage on one piece of paper. There was the Jimmy Olsen and the Superman, I guess, on another piece. And so this was, I guess, the indication to production, to how to handle it.
Right, the layout, sure. Yeah. He did that also, just to mention, side note. He did it with In the Days of the Mob #2. He actually had a layout for that as well. Then he did a tight pencil, and that's what he sent to DC.
Mm. So here we have the, I guess the original art, the production art for the cover, where DC did some half toning on the half toning that of the pieces that Kirby collaged, and it came out very nicely, I have to say.
Mm-hmm. Why does it say X number? I'm sorry. What does it say at the top? X number 166. Okay.
Yeah. So there's everything all kind of quickly lined up, and
most likely the original collage was in color,
right?
Although it looks like there is some color in the final printing, but it
might
that's
be comic book
added
color.
Post.
Yeah. All right, so here we go.
So we left off in the last session with Jimmy Olsen with the 4-armed monster thing that was like terrorizing.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, terrorizing the project, DNA project.
Right, and they're saying, our rival project, the Evil Factory, has turned loose a destructive DNA alien in our area. So these are the adult Newsboy Legion here, right? The dads.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
And then we turn the page to this really cool collage, which
is interesting because it's very rare. In a lot of cases, they just do a half tone, but here they added color on top.
They did add the color. That's right. Yeah, and it looks. Would have been a lot better if they had a little more money to do the right thing, but.
Well, also not to print on newspaper paper.
True. Yeah,
that would have been a good step.
We're doing well, PQ. Thank you. It's good to see you made it. So yeah, they're in vehicles. They're on the move, and they are on the vehicles again. Great force perspectives splash there on the action-oriented splash on the left.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And just to mention that Superman and Jimmy Olsen and the Newsboy kids are all stuck in and basically an egg, and the egg was like spun by the four-armed monster.
Yes, Forum Terror.
Terror. Okay,
Terror.
sorry.
Yeah.
Terror. Wow, more
I
dramatic.
know.
Crazy.
So, and we have some Murphy Anderson action on Superman's head, although Jimmy looks like it's Vinny Coletta. So yeah, they're in that egg. Oh look, it's some original art. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, we got this a while back, and sometimes collectors will, in this case, mounted it to a piece of something.
Mm-hmm.
It was like gold, kind of like cardboard. So
yeah, and
if anybody owns original art, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't forget, I was the jerk who used to show up conventions in wearing white gloves to handle the $1,000 pieces of paper. But nobody, everybody thought I was crazy. What? It's comic book art. It's worth $1 million. Who cares? Go ahead. Anyhow, it's interesting that whoever did that actually put little notes on the bottom. Like,
what does it say? I can't. It's so
says
small.
The Newsboy Legion and the Guardian. Comic book page number 4 from Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen.
Okay.
DC Comics, edited, written, drawn by Jack Kirby, inks Vince Scaletta. Very nicely lettered, but don't put tape or mounting tape.
Well, hopefully they put it on with archival glue.
Yeah. So there's our side by side Phantasm there. Yeah. I mean, don't see any. Really, well, who knows? All right, so then here, okay, we're back to the team. They're in the egg. There's comedy with Scrapper getting a heel in the lip. Right, they're trying to stretch their way out. Whoa. Okay. And then the
nice vanishing point.
Yeah.
There's a crazy guy, that monster.
That forearm terror. Yep.
Yep. So what Superman does is basically use like friction from his hand to create electricity, because the monster created that egg-shaped thing with electricity. So I think it was Jimmy had the great idea, well, why don't you do the same thing? And he did, and wham, at the bottom. Right. There you go.
Right. Okay.
Or floop.
Aruk. Yeah, so he's still trying to knock down that wall. Great Kirby machine.
So this monster lives on radioactivity, and so he's trying to get to the nuclear power plant so he could suck it all down and eat it.
Yes.
He's very persistent. He's bam, bamming his way through.
Yeah.
And here, this is where Superman uses his friction to create electricity, which is, like I said before, the way that the monster encased them into an egg.
Oh. Right. So he creates kind of static electricity. Yeah, we're free. We're out. And Superman's on the move.
Yep.
All right. Okay. But some serious Murphy Anderson stuff going on there on Superman. Pretty. I don't know. Yeah. All right, we're back at the Daily Planet. Terry Dean shows up. I don't know what's happening here.
Who is he? I mean, I was curious because they talk about him being one of the officials at the Daily Planet. Is there like a cross reference to something?
That's Perry White.
Okay. Perry White.
Perry White, Superman's boss.
Okay.
That's funny. It's not mentioned. Oh no, it says right there. So you're Perry White. Yeah, Great Caesar's ghost. He's the guy that Jimmy and Clark and Lois all report to.
Okay.
So, okay, so now we're back in the Zoom way. And The dads are being watched by Mockery and Simeon because they're in the evil factory.
The evil factory.
Right.
The evil factory.
Original art.
Yep. Evil Factory stole cells from the project to create all kinds of weird things, including the forearm terror.
That's right. That's right, Pete. And don't call me Chief. So yeah, there's just to look at them side by side.
Yes, comic legend. All the stories are written by Jack Kirby.
Yes. Oh boy, that's a whole bunch of forearm terrors.
Yeah, there were a lot of eggs in there.
Yeah. Go forward in the name of Darkseid. Cross this threshold. Back to now we're with Morgan Edge, who is the what is he? Does he run the planet? He owns. There was a whole shift where it was.
Yeah, he bought.
He bought it. And,
the planet got bought out, and he became the chief editor or something.
Right. He became But he's talking to Intergang, and Intergang are in league with Darkseid.
And Apocalypse.
Yeah. And leaving early Chief. Yeah. Well, Morgan Edge doesn't say, "Don't call me Chief." But
yeah, because what's happening here is that the forearm terror is getting very close to the power plant. So Intergang called him up and said, "You have to leave because all of Metropolis is going to blow up." And of course, he doesn't care about anybody but himself.
Else. He's like, "I'm putting my hat on. I'll see you." Yeah.
And he's got a helicopter waiting.
Yeah.
On the roof, and the last panel on the right, there he goes, takes off, and he's just like, totally, self-absorbed in his own self and wants to get out of there before everything blows up.
Yeah. Superman. He's Superman is frantically scurrying in the wake of the forearm terror.
What?
Yep. Aruk again. Yeah. All right.
Those four arms come in handy.
They
grabs
sure
the
do.
rods and throws them.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And here comes the rest of them.
Yeah, they come through the glistening threshold. So then this is the project's security forces with the adult Newsboy Legion. They arrive, and it's like don't do too much because there might be an atomic blast. Oh, and the Guardian is there. Still more fighting.
Superman grabs the whole reactor that's about to blow up because he pulled the rods out.
Oh, yeah. And what does he do?
He picks it up off of its holdings and runs with it. Gotta imagine, of course, the reactor probably weighs 1 million tons, and of course that's nothing to Superman.
Right. And I guess he throws it down these tunnels.
Right. They were going to block this thing up, but it was still open.
Right.
It was one of the core tunnels.
Right.
And of course, those animals are all
going
after the radiation and jumps down.
It's their food supply, right?
It's their food supply, right.
Yeah. So then the explosion happens way down, and
the Newsboy Legend and Jimmy Olsen are pissed off at Superman because he kind of like nudged him out of the action.
Yeah. Because they were going to help him lift up that 1 million ton.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, they're amazing, aren't they?
Yeah. All right, we got the letters page. Bob Rozakis again, Elmont, New York. Okay, here we go. Another.
Uh-oh.
It's number
the
139. What's going on here?
Is there any backstories? I heard something that Don Rickles didn't like the fact that they did this and he didn't get permission to do it or something along
There is
those
something.
lines.
I think Mark Evanier written about it. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's in the Kirby Collector. I didn't, and or Mark's or Mark's website. Um, I have a picture at the end that is interesting, but yeah, it's a little odd. DC was publishing a Jerry Lewis comic for years. And Jerry Lewis was, he had I think he had like a superhero counterpart or something, and it almost feels like they might have been trying to do a little bit of this because Rickles was so, Jack really liked Rickles, I guess, was the thing. So, let's do this. It doesn't. there's a point in it where I think we'll wait until the end that I'll mention it, just because it's kind of, is it a spoiler? I don't know, but it's an interesting point about this whole adventure. So let's move on. Okay, here we go. The Guardian fights again. So they're testing the Guardian. What's happening with you, man? The Jerry Lewis books were really nicely drawn by Bob Oxner, that's for sure. PQ. So, all right.
But the only thing that they noticed was some kind of, where does it say? I'm trying to read it. Genetic, something else is there. They don't know what it is, and they never explain what it is, but there's something different about him.
In his brain is something common to all living products of our genetic labs. Something elusive.
So whatever that is, we don't know what that is.
We don't know what that is.
And I don't think we ever find out what that is.
Probably, yeah. I get it, yeah. Beginning in June, daring different new mags are coming. All right, so.
Yeah, the splash on the left I had Mike Royer recreate as well. He did a wonderful job with the titling.
What do you think's on the next screen, my friend?
I don't know. I don't know because I haven't seen the presentation in advance. You never show it to me until I have to experience it with everybody else.
So yeah, I mean, great first perspective. Man, that is just such disappointing lettering on that splash.
It's horrible.
Oh man, it's
using logos. It's like taking the easy way out and just pasting them in there and
just. I agree, Lynn. I'm sure there was some kind of with Rickles and DC. Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, but I guess when he saw it, he didn't like it or something. I guess somebody showed it to him. Anyway.
So they're entering the Zoomway. They're driving. Where are they going? They're heading to the wild area,
which has been devastated by all the explosions and everything.
Oh yeah. The outsiders are gone.
Where they go, nobody knows. I don't think we ever find out. They're just gone.
Yango, what happened?
Yango, we miss Yango.
The habitat is a shambles. Up there it is.
Yep.
And there's Mike doing some great display lettering to really.
Yeah, I recreated the pencils years ago, and then I had Mike ink them.
Yeah, so.
But the lettering is just awesome.
Yeah, just
And plus, he added all the extra stuff, like the darks and stuff in the top. I mean, it just looks so flat. Right. This looks like it pops right out at you. He added so much more graphics and titling. It's great.
Yeah. So then they're almost at the exit. Hang on. And they're going to head over to Metropolis. Superman jumps in a window. And what do you know? It's Clark Kent.
And the Newsboy Legend had to stay in the project because Scrapper, is that the one in the middle there? Scrapper, or is it the other one? No, it's not Scrapper. It's whoever he is. He had a cold.
Oh, yeah.
So they were quarantined.
Got it. And they're all beating him up with the paper, and
Because they're mad because they can't get to the action.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man, here's some weird stuff. So these are part of a series of photo stats of the pencil art that were like half size, right?
Yep. They were 6x9.
6x9.
Something like
And
that, yeah.
Gabby, thank you. Yeah, we had a bit of a brain
Gabby.
on the
Thank
Gabby
you.
there,
Yeah.
Pete. Yeah. Thank you. um, but yeah, so it's kind of a mystery where like 6x9s came from, what they were created for. Um, and I think like Greg Theakston claimed that he found them in Jack's underwear drawer. Like, what's the deal with that? I don't know. But so we also have the original art for that page, so you can kind of see, where Jack was at, and then what ended up with Vinny and Murphy Anderson on
With the faces, yeah.
the faces on Clark and Jimmy. Why didn't they just get Murphy Anderson to ink the book? Like Murphy Anderson inking this book would have been almost as good as Joe Sinnott inking the book.
Well, probably because it was too expensive.
He was, exactly. Yeah. So it would have been really cool to see a Murphy Anderson book. I mean,
especially if he wasn't told to like match styles and stuff like that.
Yeah. And so here's our mega side by side. You get to see the whole bunch of stuff there. The process. All right, we're moving on. Yeah, be patient. Yeah, they don't want to be patient. But then what happens? A little miniature Scrapper shows up on Scrapper's head and then climbs onto his nose. And he's their way out of there. Okay. And Morgan Edge is back, Miss Conway. I thought you were gone. Yeah,
does his bidding.
That explosion didn't happen. Oh well. Oh gosh, right. So then there's talk about
Goody Rickles.
Goody Rickles. They're talking about Don Rickles. Any progress on those contracts with Don Rickles? And she's like, "Oh, he's so funny." And of course, we have his lookalike, Goody Rickles, in our research department.
I wondered when I was reading this if he's part of the DNA project.
Oh man,
they don't say that, but
right.
They don't say where he comes from or anything. And then later you'll see how they're all tied mentally together.
Right. If the real Don Rickles and this yo-yo ever bump into each other, it'll be utter chaos. Okay.
And it will be.
And there's Goody Rickles, and he's got a superhero suit on. Uh-huh. Right. It's comedy.
And if you've ever seen any Don Rickles movies or Rickles movies, you'll understand he really picks up on a lot of stuff that Don Rickles would always grab people and drag like that, and drag the person and stuff. So
he actually hits the boss. All right. So we've met Goody Rickles, and Clark and Jimmy want to talk to Morgan. He's got a fantastic mid-century office lobby, that's for sure. Look at that. Woo!
Where's the computer?
What? Okay, UFO landing in Cronin Park. Well, Clark and the Guardian. Oh, it's Goody Rickles.
He beat him.
He beat him there because it was the guys who told him to put on the suit, told him to go there? Is that what it was?
Well, they all got the same assignment.
They all get, okay.
But except for the Guardian, which happened to be there.
Oh, Carl, you're gonna bring up the slap, the Murphy slap? Is that what's going on? So, yeah. So right, there's justifiers. They start grappling. Oh boy, Clark. Goody says to Clark, "Get inside." This actually is a pretty fun action page.
And Goody Rickles doesn't know what's going on. He's
right.
Just by him moving around, all this stuff happens.
And again, we have the weird 6x9 photo stat.
Yep.
And the original art. And there's the printed. So, I mean, it's okay. I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah. So then he's still doing like the action comedy stuff, not getting hurt, but
yeah, he stands up and knocks the guy out, and then he bends over to pick up a club, and the other guy tries to get to him, and the Guardian punches him, and he flies over his head just in time as he's bending over.
Is this Ugly Mannheim's first appearance?
It is.
I don't think we've talked about Ugly Mannheim until today.
That's true.
And Ugly Mannheim is somebody that like he has shown up in many other Fourth World, Intergang, Superman stuff, cartoons mostly. I suppose. Ugly Mannheim. So Clark is in a ship. Hey. And he's been instantaneously transported into space.
Yeah, that's funny, Lynn. Yeah, it could have been the Evil Factory.
True. Good point.
And Morgan Edge is on his iPad.
He is. Yes, he's on a what is that thing called on the iPads? FaceTime. He's doing FaceTime with Ugly Man.
Right.
And right, he sent Goody and the Guardian. I had no knowledge of the Guardians. All right. And the Dimension Trap. What now, Miss Conway? Don Rickles is coming. Well.
Everybody seems to, in this issue, want him to, Don Rickles is known for insulting people, and everybody keeps on saying during this issue, it'd be great if he insults me.
Because that's what he's known for.
That's what he's known for.
Nothing I want better. Yeah, no, that's true. That's that. I think that was the thing with Don.
Oh yeah, it was definitely. Yeah.
Well, the Scrapper is helping them leave the project because he climbed in and released the electronic lock.
And there happens to be a boat just waiting for them there.
That's the way it is in these fictional adventures. So then Goody is with Ugly Mannheim, the Justifiers, Jimmy and the Guardian. They're eating.
But what are they eating?
Eat those snickerdoodles.
Or we'll kill you.
The Justifier will kill you. All right. What are they eating? Are they eating that stuff with the...
Yep.
Oh, boy. All right. Right. So Goody's kind of doing a little like dump the cigar. It's rotten. The smell. Yeah, it's a little bit of Rickles stuff. And then poof, pyrogranulate.
That's what it is.
Yikes. Okay. You're out.
Yeah, so they're traveling like a mobile vehicle, and they just kick them out the back. That's where they were eating, and they digested this stuff, and basically they have 24 hours before it gets into their system and they poof turn into fire.
Yeah, Jeff, that was a great ugly Mannheim unibrow indeed. So yeah, we've got some more letters
and an ad
and an ad for the, in the Days of the Mob. So I thought I'd drop that in there. It's the beginning of the Speak Out series.
It's interesting because the drawing on the right in the middle is used on the cover, but they separated the two and stuck them on the side.
Oh, funny. Huh. Yeah.
I think Jack inked those too, because
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Because I saw on Facebook somebody who owns the original cover, and the original cover was actually drawn and colored, and then they just, I don't know what they did, but they photostated it or whatever to make the actual final printed cover. So everything was like put into place before.
Right. And this is issue 141. So all of you fans out there looking to collect your original Jimmy Olsen issues, issue 140 is a 80-page giant, has no Kirby in it.
Yep.
So there's a skip, and then you get this.
But I don't understand why they're running with a plate of Don Rickles.
It's like a circus thing. It's kind of like
rushing towards you. I guess I get it, but
like in Rob, the first Robin appearance, where Superman's holding a big ring and Robin is bursting through it. It's just a weird showbiz trope of some sort. You're right. It's weird. But there he is. It's Don.
Somebody's asking, is it Neil Adams inks?
It is indeed. Oh yeah. Look at the Superman knee and just Superman's face. I mean, that's some real Neil Adams stuff going on there. And look, it's a photocopy of Jack's pencil art for the cover. Don't ask, just buy it. Is this the first Don't Ask, Just Buy It?
I believe so.
I believe it is too. Fantastic. How many
times
did he do
it later?
That?
Did he do it on other issues?
I don't think so. Maybe it's the only Don't Ask, Just Buy It. And then here we go. It's the David Letterman show with Don Rickles. David Letterman going, Don, what's up with this? And Don was very dismissive. He's like, oh, that thing. If I recall correctly, 1983. Did I see it? Or did I hear about it? Or did somebody write about it? But if I remember correctly, it was, oh, that thing. Get it out of here. Like he kind of had something to say. And Letterman was in an issue of Marvel Team Up. So, whatever. He was in the issue of something. Avengers. Saturday Night Live was in Marvel Team Up. Help me out in the chat rooms on that. I think I got it right. So then what's this, Tom?
It's a recreation, one of the many I did with Mike Royer again. I repenciled it, and this was done in 2002 when you could still get photo stats. So I spent days recreating the lettering, the title and all that. So it was exactly like the original. But the emblem, the circle emblem under DC Jimmy Olsen was never published, but it was in the Jack Kirby collector. And so I took that and put it the way Jack would have wanted it. So that's the story behind that.
Yeah.
And there's Superman still floating in space.
Superman's still in that ship. And he's in a part of space that he does not recognize. And he's Superman. So, yeah. More. I wish we could see these collages.
Yeah.
People, if you send us your snapshots of your Jimmy Olsen original art. No, these are just, I am sure these are just mind-blowingly beautiful. And thanks to DC, they're kind of cool. They look like Man Ray artwork from the 1930s.
Oh yeah, it does. That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
All right, so there's Clark. He's like still out there looking. And then what? What's this?
The Silver Surfer? No, it's not the
No,
Silver
wrong,
Surfer.
no, wrong. Wrong cosmos.
Oh, okay.
It's a nuke. The nucleus is a man. It's wow. What about that? All right, so then we're gonna move on. And that's only the beginning. So here we go. Goody Rickles, the Guardian, Jimmy Olsen, with a weird head. Okay. Right, and they've eaten that stuff. So. Yeah.
So the Guardian goes after to try to get an antidote.
Right. And he does some city acrobat stuff. Oh, look at this handy flagpole. Up and some actually nice looking original art.
I doubt the Rickles family owns any of the originals. If they did, they probably would have sold it years ago. Because we've seen the original, we've seen a lot of the originals around, as you can see by these scans. So they're all available, most likely owned by collectors, because Jack got all the stuff back, and basically he sold a lot of stuff back in the 80s, mid to late 80s, mostly late 80s, and in the 90s,
right
before he died. And
okay,
then Roz,
Nathan. Okay, Nathan. How about Max Ernst? Okay. Really? You're going to push back on the Man Ray comment? All right. So, yeah, so that's fun. And we have some acrobatics. And then, what's happening? Oh, Don. Where's
then
Don?
the real Don Rickles arrives.
He finally. Oh, there he is. All right, you cockamammies.
He used to say that.
Yeah. Right. So then, yeah, so they're hugging him, they're loving him. Please give us your autograph. Right on. So there's some original art. And do the side by side. All right, there comes Morgan Edge. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what's happening.
Shenanigans.
Yeah. So they pick him up and brush him off and sit him down, and I guess they're gonna talk business.
And then we're back to Superman or Clark Kent, who's stuck in that UFO that they were investigating, and Light Ray comes through the wall because his body can be attuned to the elements of light and able to assume its properties.
All right.
I can't read that.
And then he has a little conversation.
It's funny because he asks, "You speak my language. Are you probing my mind?" And they never answer the question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, look down there. It's hell. Apocalypse.
Yep, apocalypse. And the parademons.
Right. Oh, and he mentions the Forever People. Those strange kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And the parademons show up. Oh, and we're on the subway. Comedy moments with Jimmy and Goody. All right. Don't blow up. Uh-oh. Goody's starting to smoke.
Yep. Oh, cool.
All right. Well, you have the
I
original.
like the middle panel where to the right where that woman.
True. Goodbye, world.
Goodbye already, jerk.
Yeah, goodbye already.
And he gets worked up, so he starts steaming.
Yeah.
Like,
he's dying, but he's getting laughs. Guardian still on the move,
trying to get that antidote.
hunting down ugly Mannheim.
And Mannheim brings in more troops to try to fight him, and then we're back to Don Rickles, and now Goody comes in, and the weird thing is they say the same thing, like they're tied together in some way. That's why it makes me think that it's like he's like a DNA version.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what Morgan Edge was afraid of. Mm-hmm. Things are weird. Why shouldn't it get weirder? And then his body's going up in smoke. It's not over yet, Goody.
They're about to basically start on fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Calls in the bomb. Morgan Edge calls in the bomb squad.
Oh, yeah. And then the Guardian breaks through the window and gave them the antidote. It has been neutralized. You saved our lives. And then a boom tube shows up, and Clark Kent pops through it.
And that was just a little bit too much for Don Rickles, and he kind of goes crazy at the end.
Incredible.
But true.
So I guess the big thing about the story that I was kind of alluding to earlier was that Don Rickles never really got to insult Superman or Clark Kent. And if you're going to do something like that, I think that was somehow that was part of the intent behind the whole thing, but it never happened. And I think Mark talks about that in some of his articles or convention appearances or whatever, that it's like, yeah, actually would have been really funny to have some interaction between Don Rickles and Superman.
Yeah, it would have been.
It didn't happen. Like, it got lost in the chaos of the story. So that was.
He doesn't even have any interaction with Clark Kent.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, it's a missed opportunity. I think that the story would have been better regarded if it had a moment like that in it, or something might have gotten a little more buzz. Don Rickles might have been a little less, oh, that thing. It might have been like, yeah, I met Superman. It was great, but whatever. So, my God. It's 3 issues of Jimmy Olsen. And, yeah. So we've got a few more letters on the letters page.
And it gets even crazier in future issues.
It does. It's really fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the other ones.
Yeah, we have
it's my favorite Jimmy Olsen story is the ones coming up.
And that's it. So that was the end of our 3 Jimmy and Jimmy Jack Kirby Fourth World Summer episode. We are about to enter into a crazy blaze of events like this with people from around the country and around the world to talk about Jack Kirby for his 103rd birthday. We're calling it the 3 days for 103, and you go to jackkirbymuseum.org/3 for 103 or 3 days for.
Or just on the homepage, there's a link
right
to the article.
Link there.
And I actually updated it with added Mike Royer this morning, by the way.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. And check out Twitter and some of the other. I mean, I know YouTube and Facebook. I've populated it with all the video, the links for all those separate shows, and
we should update the museum site with the schedule. Just saying.
I did. If you go to the page, not the home page, but click on the link to the page where I say everything's going to be. So actually, I have that. So it looks like this, and we've got Tom Scioli, Steve Sherman, Mark Badgerins, Bruce Simon, Rob Liefeld, James Romberger, Mike Royer, Tracy Kirby, Jeremy Kirby, virtual birthday party. Then cartoons and cereal on Saturday morning. Jean Depelly, Bashara Malouf, Eric Larson, Kate Willard, Charles Hatfield, Barry Ira Geller, David Russell, and then we're going to auction off some stuff on Saturday night. Sunday, Ray Wyman Jr.
He wrote the Art of Jack Kirby back in the 90s.
Yep. Adam McGovern, Alana Levin, Jamal Eigel. We're going to have a dramatic reading of Simon and Kirby romance comic called Different. Sydney Heifler will be with us. She's a romance comic scholar. Abe Riesman recently put to bed a biography of Stan Lee that was going to be published soon. And then that'll be it. 6 different events, just like the one you just watched. And we're going to do it over the course of 3 days. And we love Jack Kirby, man. Got to get the word out. And we got to build up this archive of videos of people talking about Jack Kirby and about how, basically what we ask people is, we would just want you to talk about who Jack Kirby is to you and what his work is to you, because we talk about that all the time, but everybody has their own take on it. It's not like a mono mind or a mono story. So we just want to hear different people's takes on what Jack Kirby's all about. And some people knew him personally. Some people are his grandchildren, and other people are just studying his work. So it's going to be great. And
hope you all can join.
Join us. Make comments in the chat. And
it's a marathon.
It's a marathon. It's like I feel like I'm running a telethon. Like we're gonna start singing.
That was thunder.
That was thunder.
Wow.
Okay.
It will also have a way for everybody who's interested to donate. We have an easy way where you can text or.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we do. We'll be sharing that starting tomorrow. But
because the more we can get in terms of income, the better. Because
we do have bills to pay,
Yep, and we're trying to get the digital archive online and a catalog raisonné online, and all those things are, we need support.
But yeah, I suppose that's it. We packed those 3 issues into an hour, which seems to be what we do. So we're making an effort to actually cover all of the Fourth World stories through the astronomical summer. So we've got until September 21 or something like that, and we're gonna keep chugging away on these great Fourth World stories.
And also, we're also at 6:00 on Sunday doing another one.
We are
after we're not doing it. We're not tired enough. We're going to actually at 6:00 on Sunday do another episode, and that one's going to
do one comic.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe we'll just do one comic.
Well, we could probably do the Pact, which is enough to do like 5 episodes.
I mean, we could have a round table of folks.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking something like that might be in the works. Not anything.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get other people.
Yeah.
Besides us all the time.
I know. I know those guys. Yeah. What do they know? All right. So. Thank you very much, folks. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your comments. We love hearing from you while we're doing it. We try to keep up. Sometimes we don't, but it's all part of the fun. So check us out tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time.
Tomorrow from 11 a.m. Eastern Time till 8 o'clock at night on Eastern Time.
Oh man, what the heck? Yep. Well, we're going to do it. So will there be lunch? There better be lunch.
Yeah, we're going to have to order out or something.
Yeah, I guess. All right.
Probably my lovely wife who just said something will be helping
she did.
me out. She always does.
You are welcome.
Cat King.
Cat King. All right, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.